Testing 1, 2, 3. Alrighty. So it looks like HYBE and GEFFEN are starting another girl group. Another one. They just launched KATSEYE and they're doing another girl group that fast, and people are kind of mad. Okay, so let me break it down for you guys. So HYBE is a record label that has had successful K-pop groups before, and GEFFEN is a successful American label, and they joined forces to create this girl group named KATSEYE, which is an American K-pop group. I don't know if they're really K-pop per se, but A-pop, American pop. No, but they're a girl group formed by both labels, and they're launching a new group. Did you guys know that? Let me pull up this article right here. This is what I checked out. So HYBE and GEFFEN are launching second global girl group. So that's what they're trying to do. Another basically global group, which isn't just members that are Korean, but like people from possibly around the world, because it says right now they're going to begin auditioning in Japan for the next group first, which is very interesting. And it's called World Scout, the final piece. And so what we have here is a new girl group coming soon. And people are mad because they feel like KATSEYE just barely launched and they just came out. But if you see how successful they are, you'd realize why GEFFEN and HYBE are doing this. And it's a pretty easy reason. It's called money. It's called money, guys. They're doing it for money. So I don't know if you guys know, when you have something that works so well like this, a well-oiled machine of putting out girl groups, boy groups, and stuff like that, when you're making great music and money is what they're looking for, and they got it. And KATSEYE is working right now, so they're probably like, okay, well, we know what to do. Let's put together another girl group and make more money. So the way these girl groups form too is really interesting. I don't know if you guys watched the Netflix show Dream Academy. I believe that's what it's called. I actually watched it, and it's actually more vigorous than I thought it was. They put these girls through a lot of training, and that's why they're actually called a trainee. When they're putting together the group, they put them through like dance stuff, singing stuff. They put them through a ton of stuff, and it's actually really impressive how much these girls have to do. And I actually give KATSEYE and these other groups props for everything they have to go through just to make the group. And some don't even make the group through this thing. So they're doing this talent scout, right? A lot of these girls aren't going to make it, and they're going to have to do tons of stuff and be put through the ringer just to possibly make this girl group. And the first girl group that HYBE GEFFEN put together was KATSEYE, like I was saying. 6 girls: Sophia, Manon, Daniela, Laura, Megan, and Yoonchae. So they were formed through the Dream Academy, like I was saying, on Netflix. And it's interesting because one of the girls that was in the training, or she was a trainee for KATSEYE and didn't make it, is in this new girl group, from what I just found out. Emily, do you guys remember Emily if you saw the show? So Emily Cavellos is revealed the first member of HYBE GEFFEN's new global girl group. Woo! That's crazy. She's actually really talented too. She could dance. She could actually sing, from what I remember. Maybe not, her singing wasn't her strong piece, but her dancing was crazy. I remember that. And as you can see right here in the comments, people are saying exactly what I was saying. Another girl group? So, guys, it's all about money. So what a lot of people don't realize is what people have this attachment to these K-pop girl groups and boy groups more than anything in the world, and they call them idols. And if you're, idolizing somebody, it's a very, very strong bond. And for some reason, they got this down to a science where they've figured out their type of fan that like loves these type of groups, and they've just boiled it down to making money, printing money. It's crazy, but you can't blame them for doing something like this that works. I'm looking forward to seeing how this girl group is and what kind of songs they're gonna have, because as you know, like Blackpink had that latest song with a bunch of genres in it meshed together KATSEYE's music kind of had like drum beats with like then like another kind of genre. Like they have a bunch of like songs. I'm curious if this new girl group is gonna have a cohesive album with like a certain sound, or if they're just gonna kind of put together different genres, see whatever sticks, and then find the single and put $1 million behind it or more. Also, KATSEYE's killing it with the whole Gap advertisement thing. So you already know that they got the power. I don't know if you guys realize these labels have so much power and influence right now. It's crazy. And if they launch this other girl group with the same hype as KATSEYE and make it work again, they're going to be unstoppable. It just feels like they're on to something here. I don't know if this is true, they were trying to make an Indian boy band or something like that. I don't know if you guys seen that. I can't confirm for sure, but I seen that somewhere on Instagram. If they did that, they'll be out of here. But I want to know what you guys think. Are you excited to see this new girl group that HYBE and GEFFEN put together, or do you feel like it's too soon? Like, why are you guys doing another girl group right when you launched KATSEYE? But the thing is, if you guys take a look at this article, they said that the girl group is not launching basically until 2026. The debut is slated for 2026, guys. So it's not coming that soon. It's probably going to be next year, but I feel like a year is a good amount of time to kind of space out the girl groups. I'm curious if they're just going to launch a boy group too, just right after that, like end of 2026 or something like that. So, some people are saying it's never too early. Some people are like, yo, just make your money. But let's see. People are happy for Emily though, from the trainee that never made KATSEYE. I knew they weren't going to let her go. I really hope Ezrella is in the group. I remember Ezrella, she was cool too. I wonder if these new groups are successful. Will K-pop take a step back and global girl groups be the next big genre brand? I feel like they have a good, probably like 4 or 5 more years of this, like at its top, top success, just because too much of a good thing sometimes is a lot, and people kind of tend to switch what they like, basically. You know how like superhero movies aren't at its peak anymore. This will have its peak, which is probably right now, and kind of maybe trail off in a little bit. But we'll see. The reason they're trying to do the global girl group is because it appeals to like a lot of people instead of just Korean fans, right? So you're pulling in the American fans, maybe pulling in some Latin America and Europe and stuff like that. So we'll see. What do you guys think? I'm excited to see what happens. All right, guys. Let's see what people are saying in the YouTube right now. Striking while the iron is hot, so to say. Exactly. Man, I know. Yo, a lot of those girls did deserve to debut too, but they could only pick 5, so you know how that goes. You think it might be a bit of a mess. Yeah, I feel you on that. We'll see. I think they got it down. Their label kind of knows what they're doing, and to a certain extent, I feel like some of the music could like be a little better. I think some of the music they pick is a bit formulaic in a sense, where they're like very safe sounding in a sense, but for the most part, they know what they're doing, and they kind of like have their sheet that they send out to producers. I hear that they're like, oh, we need something that sounds like Michael Jackson. We need something that sounds like this or that. So they kind of already envision what they want it to sound like. Their new boy band, I think, is called Cortis or something like that. I was listening to their song earlier, and it sounded like it was like rock. It was like almost punk rock, but it was like indie rock or something. It sounded crazy. I was like, whoa, that's an interesting direction for their group, their new boy band, right? But yeah, so you think it's rushed? Feels like a rushed moneymaker mistake? Yeah, I mean, I think they're basically like putting it a year out. I think they're trying to launch something every year, is what it seems like, because I think KATSEYE came out like last year, mid end of last year. So this next group is debuting in 2026. So that'll be another year, basically. I guess it's not, it's like a movie, right? It's like a massive movie. You wait one per year. So this is their version of having like a massive movie, I guess. But yeah, what up everybody in the chat? Yeah, I just thought it was interesting to talk about just cuz you know, it's what's hot right now. So, yeah. Just hopping on live for a quick minute. I'll probably drop this as a video, let you guys vibe with it. But yeah, just when I upload it, just let me know what you guys think in the comments. What's up, Super Sarah? What up, Tia? What up, Ivan? How you doing? Purple Sonic, what's up? If I missed your name, I am sorry. Did you see what they did to Illit, New Jeans, LSRF? I kind of did. I didn't really jump too into the juicy details of that. I was kind of like, just like skimming through it on social media, but yeah, it's like I have no idea what's going on with that. I try not to jump too much into like the drama and stuff like that, but oh my gosh, yeah, I'm sure when you have like a lot of money and stuff and influence, things happen for sure. It's like bound to happen. Nothing ever runs super smooth, I guess, especially in the music game, right? It's like, yeah. Le Seraphim was crazy. Debut due to the controversy around an ex-member. Really? Wow. Yeah. There's like so much that I just barely like am able to just like sit there and read all this stuff. Someone says, why do you make videos of you legit just sitting there? Well, because I mean, it's just like a teacher. I'm just pointing to my board. You know what I mean? It's really like getting information across to people easily instead of like super extra and difficult, Dear dude, it's you. I've seen you. I've seen you too, dear dude. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, wait. So, Fierce, you're saying that New Jeans debuted only 2 months after Le Seraphim? Are you serious? That's so close. It's almost like they're putting multiple out just to see who would stick. They're like, okay, let's put this one out, let's put this one out, let's put this one out, and go. Let's see who is first and makes the most money. People always forget. They think like there's so many feelings attached to this, but it's like money, guys. It's money. I'm telling you. Money rules the world. And these girl groups, it's all about money. 100%. As cruel as that may sound, money. I want the money. I wonder how much money they actually make off these girl groups though. Like, are they making tens of millions? They got to be making way more than tens of millions. They're probably like, but are they passing 100 million? I don't think so. Like, I think they're capping out at what, like maybe 50 million or something, maybe 80 million. There's no way these groups are making over $100 million. Maybe. Like the KATSEYE Gap ad, I felt like KATSEYE probably got paid what, like 150K per member, maybe? Like, are you gonna, like, KATSEYE did the Gap ad maybe for $1 million? Maybe? I think that's fair. Would you pay more than $1 million to have KATSEYE in a Gap commercial? That's a lot. So I feel like the reason they're putting out so many girl groups is because they want more money, right? So they probably like did the math in their financial department at HYBE and GEFFEN. They're like, okay, each girl group will get us about $50 million. So if we put out 4 girl groups, we could make about $150 to $200 million. And if one fails, it's okay because one will probably make $75 million. So we'll still make $150 million. That's literally probably how they're looking at it. I could almost say, but yeah. And what's my opinion on anime soundtracks? They're pretty good. I haven't dove too deep into animes, but I know they have amazing music. Their music is on point. But yeah, you're checking this ain't a loop. This ain't a loop, man. I'm live and direct. We're talking about basically the new girl group that KATSEYE and KATSEYE's labels premiering. I did a video. I'm gonna post it as a video after this. But yeah, Lil Maya. I'm streaming right now. Yeah, they're legit oversaturating the market. Super Sarah. I actually kind of agree with you. I think that there is too many girl groups. I was talking to my friend the other day, and I was like, "There's too many there's like so many girl groups I can't even pay attention." I'm like, "There's this one, that one, KATSEYE." I'm like, but then there's Illit, and then there's NMIX, there's and then there's all these boy bands. Like I'm like, my brain's gonna explode. But like I said though, it's almost like they put out more than they think will work, if that makes sense. These labels, they're very calculated, right? They're like, okay, we're gonna put out 10 groups and 5 are gonna work. But since we want the tax write-off, we're gonna put out 10 so that we'll still make our money, you know? And I know it's kind of hard to like understand if you're younger and you're just like, you're there for the music. Cause I'm the same as you. Like I'm there to hear the music, but they're there to make money. It's a record label, not a record friendship. Think about that. So they put out 10 groups. They know 3 to 5 are going to work massively. Like Blackpink's pulling in all the money, but then they have like all the other groups and the new ones too that they're trying out. And yeah. And the crazy part is that the way to put together a group, right, is mostly, I would say, honestly, is the star factor. Like how much of a star are they? What do they? How do they look? How do they, when they enter a room, do they turn heads and like, do you feel like, oh my gosh, like this person's a star? Like I think that comes first, even before the talent part. And I'll explain why. So it's really easier to make somebody sound good on a song than to find a star. And what I mean by that is you could put auto-tune on basically anybody and they could like hold a note like do 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 do. A lot of people could do that, right? But now if you say some words like this, you got that, right? But then when you put auto-tune on that, if you say some words like this, you could basically, anybody could become an artist. But the differentiating factor is the star power. Like, okay, now you have 2 people that sound decent. Which one's gonna like make us more money? That's what they're looking at. Yeah, it's all about visuals. It's the craziest thing ever, and it's sad because people like that love music, right? It's kind of hurts. It's like, yeah, but what about like their talent? Like, what about the talent of the people, of the artists? But it's just literally not like that. When you turn it into a business, everything changes. That's the changing factor of this. So if this wasn't a business and it was just like, hey, let's put together groups, then the talent matters. It's more than anything. Like, yeah, then we're going to put together the best song ever. But because you put the money and the business on top of it, now is different. It's like, okay, no, we need a star. We need to make millions of dollars. Yeah. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. It's twisted. When I was producing music, I just hated the business part. I hated the business of the music, and I loved the music, but I knew that the business comes with the music. And I was like, I got to go through this business part of the music. But yeah, somehow, some way, they've been able to monopolize their market out there and monetize it like crazy. And they know exactly what they're doing, and they're repeating it like a factory. I hate to say that word, but they factorized it. If that's even a word, I don't even think it is. But, and they're doing a great job. And new people are looking to the people that made it, and they want to do the same thing and go through the same process. And it just goes over and over and over again. We're actually really new into music. If you guys didn't know or realize, music's only been going around like recorded maybe since like 1880. You know, I know some of the earliest recordings we have are like from 1870, 1880. I just did a video the other day with the song Tonight You Belong to Me. It was a really old song, you know. I know you belong to somebody new. That's actually a cover of this song from the 1800s, which is wild, right? And then you have like the Beethovens, the, you know, the classical music that was